Hey everybody, I've got a new World of Tanks video for you today. And I'm driving my new Tier 9 German medium tank, the Leopard Prototyp A, on Arctic region. The Tier 9 maximum battle, and I am platooned with Luke in his AMX 12T. So I decide to not go down the heavy road and to try and take the medium route. Well, I don't really know if it's a medium route, but it's usually where I take my medium tanks because I have more room to maneuver here. And I figure with the Leopard's speed I could probably get into a pretty aggressive position early on, but I end up taking a shot at that T-21 missing, and then I'd sort of end up bouncing a shot somehow. I don't know what I could have bounced, but it must have been at an extreme angle because the Leopard's armor is garbage. But anyways, it doesn't look like they're being very aggressive over on this corner, and I'm just realizing now that most of the team, it looks like, went this way and is just sort of sitting behind us for whatever reason. So Luke has just spotted 3 of their tanks, IS-3, which I shoot and track. There's also a T-29 and another Prototyp A. Two T-29s, sorry. Anyways, I'm only using the 9cm gun on this tank at the moment. I haven't unlocked the 105, and I'm also not using the top radio, but everything else is upgraded. But I see that the enemy tanks are trying to push around the inside of that mountain area, I guess it is. And so I come up here to try and get flanking shots.
Penetration.
And
Critical hit.
this gun, with the upgraded turret, is, if I remember correctly, supposed to have .32 accuracy. It doesn't feel like .32 accuracy. Like, the shots just don't seem to go where you aim them half the time.
Penetration.
Well, I guess it does feel like .32 accuracy, but like every once in a while it'll just have weird RNG, I guess. But, Luke got killed by their T-54, and I managed to take out the Pershing. I take a couple blind shots at their Centurion, but I don't think I ended up doing damage with those blind shots. But he was spotted again, and he's tracked. So I get to use the DPM of this tank, which is actually quite good. It fires at 10 rounds per minute with the upgraded turret, and the DPM is, I would say, pretty comparable to the Centurion 7/1 with the 20-pounder. Although I'd rather have that gun because of the increased penetration. Well, actually, I'd rather have the 105 on this tank.
We've lost some ammo, but at least it didn't explode.
I still have a ways to go before I get that. Anyways, I come up onto this hill to try and use my gun depression and end up exposing too much of my tank and getting myself ammo racked. Well, at least I got it damaged. I didn't get myself killed by ammo rack. But at this point we're losing 4-7. And Our south team actually did pretty well. But I think a lot of the enemy team came this way as well. And I see that the enemy T-54 got around behind our guys on the southern flank, so I put the speed of the Leopard to use and try and get back to deal with him, if they haven't already dealt with him by the time I get there. Now we managed to bring the scores up to 8 versus 8, and things are looking pretty good again, actually. Unfortunately, the T-54 manages to take out our IS-3. But the Conqueror takes him out. Unfortunately, now the fight isn't going too well over in the northwest. So I'm coming around to help the Conqueror and the Jagdtiger hopefully make a push past the Object 704 and get behind the T-29, the Leopard prototype, and the Su-122-54. I fire a shot at the Object 704 on the off chance that I might actually hit him as I go by. But at this point, I'm thinking that I should really go up and just try to help out the rest of my team myself. Because there's a KV-13 shooting them in the back. Which I managed to bounce off its turret, but then set it on fire.
We've torched them. Enemy armor is destroyed.
And he must not have had a fire extinguisher, or he already used his. And the enemy Leopard prototype falls off the side of the cliff and drowns to death. Now I'm trying to get around to finish off this 122-54 and the T-29, both of which I can one-shot. So I put a shot into the side of the 122-54 and leave him on 1 health. But I finish him off before he can take a shot at me. Now I'm just going as fast as I can here to finish off the T-29, because I figure that the Jagdtiger and Conqueror might need help with the Object 704. And it's easier if we can just attack them from both sides. So I take a rush shot at the T-29, who also fires. I end up bouncing, and he misses, which allows me to just take my time there and aim for a part of his armor where I won't miss. And I'm saying, wait for me, please, before you attack. Unfortunately, the Conqueror ends up coming around the mountain my way. I was hoping he would stay over with the Jagdtiger, but he doesn't. And now I'm on 5 kills. And Luke was saying to me over TeamSpeak, Top Gun, maybe. I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even realize that. So, since the Object 704 is on a fairly decent amount of health, and I really want to win this game and get Top Gun. So, I shoot him in the track. He uses a repair kit to fix it, and turn towards me, so I end up pulling back. And I'm just trying to get him spotted so the Jagdtiger can put shots into him if need be. Because even though I want the Top Gun, I'd rather win easily. And if any of you understand what this Jagdtiger is talking about, please tell me, because I have no idea. It says, Med Cap, heavy, keep him honest. And I have no idea what he means by keep him honest. I have no clue. But I was laughing so hard at that point because it sounded so strange. But the Object 704 ends up killing the Jagdtiger. And the Conqueror is capping now. So I just need to keep this guy spotted. And the Conqueror fires at him. And the Object 704 kills him. And I just, some failed derp moments here. I bounce, I miss the tracks, he misses. I shoot him in the side, I bounce. I get a penetrating hit. I bounce again. Take a hit. And I'm able to finish him off. So that was a pretty strange game. But yeah, it was my first Top Gun in the Leopard Prototype A. I'm not really sure what I think about this tank at the moment. I think I really need to unlock the 105mm gun before I can really form an opinion on it. But right now I don't think it can really effectively use the 9cm gun because it doesn't really have the armor to put the DPM to good use. Like, you can't just go into a city and then just brawl with other tanks because you'll die. Like, every shot that people fire at you will go in, and that's kind of a waste of your tank in my opinion. So you have to sort of sit back and adopt a more passive role, or at least that's what I try to do with the 9cm at the moment. But anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe consider leaving me a like or a comment to let me know if you enjoyed this or not, and maybe I'll see you next time.